Alfred Lord Tennyson once wrote, "Though nature red in tooth and claw, hearing this, one would think that the predators of nature are mainly large-clawed, fanged, and superior animals. But are all predators like that?" The word predation means the consumption of one living organism by another. It does not specify that the predator must be clawed or fanged. A predator could be a mere secretary bird that preys on the mighty cobra that is also skilled in hunting and prying on mice or even larger mammals. Or it could be a spider that weaves itself a web to trap its prey. Your predator could be a cute river otter hunting its lunch of fish. Predators and their prey could also be of the same species. Another cute furry predator is the honey badger that usually favor beehives or anthills but will hunt cobras when needed. Dolphins, as human-friendly as they are, can also be predators to smaller fishes, in this scenario the pufferfish, and the most unpredator-like creature, the sea turtle. Gentle creatures as they are, you would be surprised to see them munching on jellyfish. Crocodiles are known to be ferocious predators, with few natural predators, a body armor consisting of bony plates and muscles capable of crushing anything from bones to cast iron. Crocodiles are considered to be extremely tough and robust creatures. The cold-bloodedness of crocodiles can be considered as their key for survival. Like all reptiles, crocodiles seek heat from their environment, and have developed behaviors to control their body thermostat by basking in the sun when cool and seek shade or water when hot. When they feast, crocodiles are certainly not picky eaters. It's said that a croc will feed on anything it can outswim or ambush and overpower. These reptiles have extraordinarily adaptable diets. Larger crocodiles will eat larger mammals and birds, but they'll also eat fish and mollusks like snails. A crocodile's brain is more complex than that of any other reptile. These powerful predators also have an excellent sense of smell and superior sound perception. Polar bears are predators which can be considered as animals which are found at the very top of the food chain since they don't have many natural predators at all. Ironically, The only one they have to fear in their natural environment is their own kind. The polar bear's main prey is the ringed seal. Polar bears usually hunt ringed seals by waiting for them to breathe at openings in the ice or at breathing holes. Polar bears will also stalk seals that are hauled out on top of the ice. The teeth of polar bears are very sharp, and they utilize these as weapons in these battles apart from hunting for food. As a result, these teeth can be damaged or knocked out. After many such battles, it can become extremely hard for polar bears to continue eating their diet as they are carnivores. This too can result in them eventually starving to death as well. Spiders have many predators, including birds, frogs, toads, snakes, scorpions, lizards, centipedes, and even some wasps. All eat spiders. Most spiders are not aggressive, but go on the defense for their survival. Spiders make use of webs as their first line of defense against predators. Besides capturing prey, webs perform double duty in protecting spiders from predators. Webs come in many shapes and sizes, depending on how the spider is adapted to its habitat. Often, the easiest way for an animal to defend itself from predators is to run away or hide. But spiders also try to hide from their predators by using camouflage to blend in with the background. Spiders will also try to protect themselves from their prey by trying to act like or copy the appearance or shape of another animal or non-living object. This is called mimicry, when we see these copycats in action in nature. Seen here, the African native crested porcupine is caught in a pride, playing with the porcupine and trying to eat it. Due to its large and sharp bristles, the lioness fails to bite the skin of the porcupine and leaving it free to roam the safari till another unlucky predator crosses its path. Other adaptations for preyed animals is by communal means. Here the carrier crab has a sea urchin placed on top of it to ward off any predator. Another common example is the skunk's defense mechanism, wherein it wards off the dog by squirting a foul gas from its behind. Sounds familiar, don't you think? Speaking of releasing foul things, a pygmy sperm whale's no stranger from this tactic. When provoked or threatened, this gentle giant releases a cloud of brown intestinal fluid. An odd way of warding off predators goes to the horned lizard that squirts blood to ward off the fox in this case. And finally, this cute rodent, the possum, plays dead to trick the predators to leave it alone.
Predation is not only found in the animal kingdom. In the world of plants, which is a seemingly peaceful and unchanging world, exist inconspicuous and often unnoticed adaptations used for either defensive or offensive mechanisms. Plants are sessile organisms, unable to move or run when threatened by predators. Predators of plants or herbivores are especially adapted to consuming plant tissues as a primary source of nutrients. From insects to grazing mammals, plants needed to adapt and evolve to escape losing important tissue to these hungry animals. The acacia tree of the African savanna is a favorite food for grazing animals such as zebras, antelopes, and giraffes. To prevent these herbivores from eating their leaves, some species have learned to adapt by developing spines along their branches. A painfully thorny meal, after all, is a very effective way for herbivores to be discouraged from eating them. Spines on plants are best known to be found on desert cacti. Some ornamental and gardening plants, like aloe and euphorbia, also possess spines to protect their stems from being eaten or disturbed by huge herbivores. Due to these huge spines, plants of the genus Euphorbia has also been commonly called the crown of thorns. Other plants go to more drastic lengths to prevent becoming a meal. The infamous aconitum, also known as aconite, monkshood, wolf's bane, or devil's helmet, is a very poisonous plant whose toxin, aconitin, can be fatal even by simply brushing against leaves. Aconitin toxin is absorbed easily through the skin. When ingested, the toxin causes nausea, vomiting, and diarrhea. As one of the most poisonous plants on earth, aconitum is best left untouched by hungry herbivores. Trichomes are another adaptation of plants to discourage predation. The trichomes of this wild tobacco plant, the Solanum mauritianum, are covered by sweet nectar. This attracts the hungry caterpillar to forage on it. But unbeknownst to the animal, the nectar on the trichome of this tobacco actually makes the caterpillar secrete a smell which attracts its predators. Partaking from the sweet and seemingly generous meal is actually suicide for this caterpillar. For now, it has been tagged by the plant and can now be easily spotted by other predators. That makes one less pest for the plant to worry about. Some plants like to turn the tables. From being the eaten, they become the eater. Carnivorous plants are an unusual wonder of the plant world. Carnivory, or more precisely insectivory, is their adaptation to nutrient-poor soils and environments. The well-known Venus flytrap of the species Dionea muscipula compensates for its environment's low productivity by capturing and digesting any moving animal that moves over its jaws. These jaws are actually the terminal portions of its leaves. In order for it to be triggered to capture, at least two sensitive hairs in the insides of its jaws must be triggered almost simultaneously within 20 seconds of one another. This is a mechanism for the plant to prevent wasting its energy on non-living objects. Another carnivorous plant is the Drosera capensis, also known as the Cape Sundew. These plants possess sticky, colorful tentacles on its leaves, which aid in capturing and incapacitating insects. When an insect lands and is trapped, the leaves, by a process called thigmotropism, curl lengthwise towards the center, covering the insect with more digestive surface to speed up digestion. The curling time is a fairly fast reaction. This footage took around 4 hours in real time. Some plants grow armors to protect their fruits from herbivores. One example is the so-called tree of life, the coconut. Common in tropical regions, this species of palm has a very tall and slippery trunk to discourage any climbers, and of course, heavily armored fruit clumped at the very top. It takes a lot of effort to break away completely the husk of a coconut fruit. Traditional husking, like this one in India, is common in developing communities. The coconut husk is not any less important than its fruit. It has many economical uses in the tropics, ranging from fuel, decorations, and as housing tools.
தரமான கன்றுகள்